When we are applying a glossy property to any non-metallic surface to which we want to give a reflectivity of light, we assign a property called specular. Let us take the example of this particular wall on the left. Here, the wall is not completely glossy. When we go to the design and check the properties of the same, you can see that in the reflection section, there's an option called specular ranging from 0 to 1. Since this particular wall is not particularly glossy nor very matte, this means that the specular value has been set somewhere in the middle, which can be anything from zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.7. However, in case of very glossy surfaces, we would normally keep the specular to 1. And in matte surfaces, we prefer to keep the specular near 0. To better understand the effects of the specular value, let us take the example of these three cabinets. In the first image, the cabinet laminates are reflecting its surroundings. The specular is set to 1 and the roughness is set to 0. In order for a material to reflect the light properly, the roughness should also be set to 0. In the second case, even though the specular is set all the way to the maximum, it is not reflecting any light because the roughness is also set to 1. In the third case, the specular is 0 whereas the roughness is 1. As a result, the third cabinet is slightly darker than the second. In these two cases, where the roughness is set to the maximum, the specular has almost no effect except to show a general lightness of the overall color.